Hey guys, it's Gamby5874, and here's my guide to the all fired up minigame. I just got around to completing it, so here's my guide on it. I did this first time. I already had the ring, but this is the first time I gone through and prepared all the beacons and everything. So hopefully it helps you out. Most guides make it look a lot harder than it really is, but it's actually pretty simple. So going on to required levels, here we have the fire making requirements is 43, but we can't really do much with this activity until 62, 79, and 92. This guide's going to be for the Inferno ad, so we're just going to focus on getting 92. You don't really need a guide for the other ones since you don't have to light all the beacons. Under the other requirements, you want these to be as high as you can, mainly agility and prayer for shortcuts and having prayers last longer, but the notable one you have to look at is 70 smithing or 59 construction. That's going to be for a part we'll talk about later. You only need one of those requirements. If you have both, then you don't really have to worry much about that. So now required quest, of course you're going to have to do the all fired up quest. We also need Land of the Goblins to unlock one of the beacons, as well as partial completion of this Troll Stronghold quest. You don't have to do it all, but I mean, like always, you might as well finish it if you're going to start it. Required items, we're going to need 280 logs. We'll get into which kind of logs later, as well as a tinderbox, hammer, and needle. For the tinderbox, that can be in your tool belt. I'm not entirely sure about the hammer and needle. I just took it along anyway because you don't need much space for that, but we'll get into that later. Also, we're going to need 2 or 4 planks, 4 or 8 nails, 2 or 4 iron bars, and for those, that's depending on if you're going to go for the 70 smithing or the 59 or 56, whatever it was, construction. I had both, so I just went 2 planks, 4 nails, and 4 iron bars for this video. If you're going with the construction, then take 4 planks, 8 nails, and 2 iron bars. And you'll also need 3 jute fibers, which can be purchased off the GE easily. Some other recommended items and things to have are various teleport methods that I use. Most notably is going to be the Wicked Hood. It'll be good to have that. You'll want a War Tortoise for filling the beacons and a Spirit Terror Bird for lighting the beacons, along with the Spirit Terror Bird Tireless Run Scrolls. That'll help out. An Explorer's Ring and weight reducing items, and as a first resort for the spa you unlock. But I didn't have that, but some guides recommend that. So now getting into the logs that we could use. I use maple logs in this video. It's the most cost efficient, and you get about 15.5 to 16 minutes worth of fire on all of the beacons. Like I said in the note down there, I'm using this and I had about 5 minutes remaining at the end, and this was my first attempt at all beacons. You could get U logs, they last a little longer, or you can go with magic logs if you want to be certainly sure that you're going to get this first shot. It also helps to use magic logs if you don't have all of the teleportation that's recommended. So now part 1, we're going to do setup first. This is going to be in 3 parts, mostly the setup, filling the beacons, and lighting the beacons. So this part's fairly simple. You're going to need your hammer, needle, the 2 planks, 4 nails, and 4 iron bars, or 4 planks, 8 nails, and 2 iron bars, as well as your 3 jute fibers. You might also want to just take kind of what I have in my inventory as far as teleportation and food is concerned. You can take a super restore that I don't believe you need it yet. Well, you actually don't need it yet, but you can take it just for precautionary measures. So here, it's just me running. Start in Berthorpe, go northeast of the lodestone and fix these climbing pipes, and a graphical glitch happens. Then you just fix those pipes, make sure it works, and then go to Falador. From here, you're going to go to the east route, go through the little fence gate thing, and then go up to the left. So here you can also use your Wicked Hood to teleport you to the Mind Altar, but I wanted to save my charges for the actual run and filling just in case I didn't have enough. So once you hop the border into the wilderness, you're going to want to go northwest for quite a while. I kind of got lost a little bit, kind of switching towards to a map. But you just go here until you see this little entryway, repair the ladder. That's all you have to do. I always make sure it works. And then once you're done with that, teleport to Trollheim. Once you're here, just run through, go down, take the agility shortcuts as needed. And then this is going to be where you run to God War's dungeon. You're going to want to pray range. I didn't do it here just because I kind of forgot about these guys. It's been a while since I ran through there. And then pray melee going through this part just because these wolves can hit fairly hard and you want to save your health for the cold that hits you. You'll also want to bring food here if you're a lower level. It could get fairly dangerous, and I mean, I know I got kind of close to death. I was taking my time quite a bit, but bringing food to be safe. And you can't run there, so it's more damage. So then hop down the agility shortcut to your right, run north past this altar, and you'll see a weird ladder that's like hugging the cliff. Just repair that, make sure it works, and that's it with this part. Now going on to part 2, this is filling each beacon. We're going to want 280 logs of your choice. Mine, I'm using maple logs, as well as your storage beast of burden. I'm using the tortoise because that is the most efficient. You can use a terror bird, however, you're going to have to go back and bank, or you're going to have a harder time because you can't hold as much stuff, and you're going to have to be on top of your teleportation a little more. You're going to want Trollheim teleport for sure, your lodestone's active, Wicked Hood, and the lumberyard teleport. You can bring goblin orbs, but I didn't do that just because I wasn't too certain about it. I do wish I had taken it. I also messed up my runes here a little bit. I eventually switched my air runes for earth runes. I've literally no idea why I did that until I wanted to teleport to Varrock. So first you go from Canifis. I know the video's been playing. I skipped that. Fill in that. Those are fairly simple. Just run through there. If you have the agility shortcuts, you could skip through the fences. Then go to the lumberyard teleport. Fill up those, run there, and then teleport to Edgeville, which is where I am now. And then just go fill up these logs. Make sure you are aware of what your beast of burden has and what it doesn't have. It's always best to make sure you have logs available. And for the one I just passed, I didn't fill it with logs because I had already done that before in this video. I have no idea why, but I already did. So here you see me teleporting to the Mind Altar. Go north and then right, you kind of go in the wilderness for a second. And this is the Black Knight's Fortress. So going through here. Sorry for the cut, my mouse died. Luckily, during just the filling part, and I didn't have to worry about that much. So here I got lost a little bit. That was just my fault and partially stupidity. Just run north along the same one. This is the one we repaired the ladder with. Add logs, that's it, and then home teleport to Birthorpe, or Birthrope. I never actually knew how to pronounce that, because, yeah, doesn't really matter. Anyway, fill up your beast of burden again. Do all that business. Run northeast. This is where we repaired the pipes. Just run north. We get this weird graphical glitch, and then we add logs and head over to Falador again. I think that's where I went. Yes, Falador. And then now take the west route. Here you could have either broken your orb, or you could have just run from how I did. I had the orbs in my inventory. I don't know why I didn't use them, but you could do either one of those. Works out well. So here, home teleporting back to Birthorpe, or Birthrope. I think it's Birthorpe. I used to say rope, but I could be wrong. Doesn't matter again, like I said. So here, just fill up again, go to Trollheim. Agility shortcuts, just dealing with all this, go through. And here we're going to go to one we didn't do before. It's just this climbing rock. For some reason it takes a while to actually climb up those, and it's very weird. But whatever works out. So now here, pray range, get past the stone, pray melee, run up, and then just deal with this. For this part, I did bring one monkfish. I didn't use it, I don't think. I don't know what happened here. I just kind of hesitated for a bit. I didn't know what to do really. Just teleported away, and then home teleported back to Varrock. So just run up, go to a bank. Whenever you bank, if you go to Varrock, make sure you go to an actual bank, because you can't have your Beast of Burden out in the Grand Exchange. So fill it up the usual, and then go to your Wicked Hood, teleport to the Mine Altar or Lodestone over to Falador, and then run up. So here we're going up, just run along. This is the same route we did to fix the ladder, but we're just going to keep going straight. This is a different route than we're taking for either repairing or for lighting. This is just because we needed to go back and withdraw some logs. There's another cut there. I kind of got lost with the wilderness numbers from the old wilderness. Doesn't matter. Fill that up. Then run north. And then this is the final one. You're going to pass a gate. And then just run through. And then fill that up. And then from there, you're done with that. You could run back down, teleport, and get ready for the final part. Alright, so finally, part 3. We're going to want, this is for lighting the beacon. For your items, you're going to want a Spirit Terror Bird with a couple Tireless Run Scrolls. I think I only used about 5, 5 is more than enough. I think I maybe used 2 or 3. You're going to need a Super Restore, as well as some teleports to Trollheim, your Lodestones, Wicked Hood, and you can now fit the Goblin Village Orb, which I believe I did in this run. This is my run straight without any cuts. I did speed it up just so I could get through this video faster. I feel like most guides on this seem pretty long, and it's necessary, it does help, but so if you are trying to run along with this, just know that you'll probably have to pause and wait up a little bit. It also helps to have the map memorized, or to have a good understanding of where to go. So starting in Canifis, you just knock those 2 out. And then teleport to the lumberyard, run up here, and then just fill up these beacons. And this is a fairly simple part, it doesn't matter much. I don't think I got the comment saying that you unlocked the Ring of Fire because I already had it. That was my bad. I should have deleted it or destroyed it or something, but it doesn't matter. And yeah, so make sure you just have Trollheim teleport runes. In this part, I also had my Explorer Ring for my run replenish, so that's also why I didn't need that many Tireless Run Scrolls. But, if you don't have that, then make sure you take a couple more. And yeah, this part's just fairly simple. Like I said towards the beginning, the run is actually easy compared to loading the logs. You just keep running left, lighting all these beacons. Once we light all these, this last one in Edgeville, it's pretty simple from there. Or it gets a little more teleport-esque from there. For the Black Knight one, I chose to go through the monastery up Ice Mountain. You can go back to the Mine Altar, or you could teleport to Falador. Your option from there, but this is just what I did from that. And here you have me trying to figure out how to use a scroll for our Beast of Burden, because that's literally the first time I've used a summoning scroll, I believe. So here, just lighting this beacon. Yep, fairly simple. Had to look up a map just to make sure I knew where I was going. And through this, you might notice a little later is when it starts happening. I start getting a little lag. A few lag spikes, and I got disconnected at one point. Luckily, it didn't really affect the run much. I was using maple logs, and I had a lot of time to spare. So here's one of the parts that happens, and so dealing with all these, plus this being my first run, it's pretty simple. So I'm just gonna let this run through. I'll add my comments as necessary. So now once we climb up the ladder we repaired, light that beacon. Now break your goblin teleport sphere or your goblin village teleport sphere. This is also when I started lagging and disconnecting again. So I was getting pretty aggravated at this point. I didn't want it to keep happening and have to restart because that would have made me very pissed off. If you don't have the goblin teleport spheres, you can teleport to Falador or lodestone to Falador, then run up towards the left along that route past Doric's house and all that fun nonsense. Now once we light that, head over lodestone to Birthrope or Birthorpe again. So just teleport there and go. We're going to light the one where we made the climbing paths up to, or the climbing pipes. And I don't know why there's a graphical glitch there, but there is. So, Jagex could work with that. Next, after that, we're going to teleport to Trollheim. Just run down through all these agility shortcuts, and then we're going to run up this rock that takes a few clicks to actually work. I don't know why. Yet again, another fun thing about Runescape. So now we run down. I accidentally lagged a little bit there, I think, too. Turn on protect from range if these guys are going to attack you. Just slide past the boulder and then into this area. Protect melee to go through that, and then you're going to run out of run energy and tireless run scroll because you can't use your special attack. That's perfectly fine. Like I said, you'll be fine if you bought food for this part. Just run up all these slope things and then light this beacon. Hopefully you actually repaired the jute fiber windbreaker so you can actually light the fire there. And then go down here. Yeah, I'm fearless. And from here, the rest of the run is pretty easy. Just replenish your run energy and run north. And it is Birthorpe, by the way. I think I used to say Birthrope a lot because that made more sense, but it's Birthorpe. Not like it matters anymore. So up here, climb the ladder you fixed with either 70 smithing or 56, 59 construction. And then finally, we run north, replenish run one more time, just in case there's a PKer, and then go through the gate and light your final beacon, and then you get your message from King Rold saying that he has something for you. Light that, just go back down. Easiest way to get out of here is to just use that obelisk to the south, and then just make your way down so you can teleport. So here, go into the Vera Castle, talk to him, get your rewards, and boom, you get all three if you did it correctly. So that's my guide on this. It's fairly simple. Most of the problems here is with just the preparation and getting everything ready because it just takes so long to, have everything, prepare all the beacons, fill all the beacons. But then once you're able to light them all, it's pretty simple. So hope this helped you out, guys. Comment and subscribe, and see you in my later videos. Bye.